You know, in the world of Korean variety shows, something as simple as a snack can be, well, so much more than just food. It can be the start of a whole story. Today, we're jumping into how one little gesture on the legendary show Running Man totally blew up into a hilarious new romance that has everyone talking.
And it all kicked off with this one little comment from the master himself, Yoo Ja-sek. See, on its own, it sounds pretty innocent, right? Just a simple observation. But on Running Man, a show where the cast can spin comedy gold out of thin air, a line like this, oh, that's like throwing gasoline on a fire. It connects what happened on screen to a much juicier story happening behind the scenes.
So, okay, what exactly was this big moment? During a race, comedian Yang Se-chan was caught feeding a snack directly to Ji Ye-eun. Now, if you watch these shows, you know an interaction like this is never just about being hungry. It's the perfect setup for what they call a love line, this playful, totally for the camera's romance that's all about creating comedy and drama.
And you better believe the Running Man cast are absolute pros at this. Seriously, they could take a tiny crumb of a potential story and turn it into a 5-course comedic meal. The second Yang Se-chan offered that snack, you could almost see the light bulbs go off over everyone else's heads. The mission was clear. Create that pink atmosphere, that sweet, funny, and oh-so-awkward tension that we all love to watch.
So, the spark was there, and the rest of the cast was ready with the lighter fluid. The speculation just came pouring in, fast and heavy, especially from the show's veterans, and each one of them added their own hilarious twist to this budding romance.
First up to bat was Ji Seok-jin. He immediately connects the dots between the snack on screen and some juicy insider info he has. He just casually drops that Yang Se-chan had been calling Ji Ye-eun while she was sick. And boom, all of a sudden this isn't about a snack anymore. It's about secret phone calls and hidden feelings. The plot thickens.
And then, of course, Kim Jong-kook jumps in. He frames the whole thing like it's a scene out of a romantic drama. He paints this picture of Yang Se-chan as the sweet, dependable guy comforting the girl when she needs him most. It's the perfect narrative, and it's even funnier coming from the show's resident tough guy.
Okay, but this right here is my favorite part, Ji Ye-eun's reaction. She jumps into the conversation with this hilarious over-the-top complaint, but by complaining, she confirms everything. She's basically yelling, yes, he was calling me, a lot, and he was super persistent. It's such a smart, funny move that just pours more fuel on the fire. The guest star for the day, actress Eun-jin, she hears all this and totally sees right through the annoyance. From her perspective as an outsider, what Se-chan is doing isn't annoying at all. She sees it as something really desirable in a partner. He's attentive, he cares, and as she puts it, he's the kind of guy who wouldn't make you feel lonely.
So at this point, the energy on set is just electric. The producers know they've struck comedy gold, so what do? They decide to make it official. They take all this playful speculation and turn it into an actual on-the-spot vote.
So the three women there, guest Eun-jin, veteran Song Ji-hyo, and the center of it all, Ji Ye-eun, they're given a very clear choice. Who would you pick? The show's new romantic hero, Yang Se-chan, or the other guest, the handsome actor, Choi Daniel? And the result? Wow, it just goes to show how powerful that whole phone call strategy was. Because in a twist that seemed to stun everybody, all three of them picked Yang Se-chan. A clean sweep, a unanimous victory. The man who was supposedly annoying Ji Ye-eun just won over every single woman on the panel. And just like that, everything flipped. The tables were completely turned. After getting picked by 3 different women, Yang Se-chan was suddenly in the hot seat. The guy who was doing all the chasing was now the one being chased. He was facing what the cast called a happy dilemma. So now he had to make a choice. If he had to date just one of them, who was it going to be? Would he go for the popular guest star Eun-jin, or the show's longtime ace, Song Ji-hyo? Or would he lean into this whole new storyline and pick Ji Ye-eun? After milking the moment for all it was worth, he made his decision crystal clear. He picked Ji Ye-eun. And with that, the show's newest love line was officially born, and as the cast cheered, the entire set turned completely pink. But hey, this is Running Man. The choice itself is only half the fun. The real entertainment was hearing his reason for picking her, which turned out to be this incredibly strategic and frankly hilarious thought process. He basically did a full-on risk assessment of his potential dating life. If he dated a huge star like Eun-jin, too much pressure, and he knew he'd get backlash from her fans.
What about his longtime castmate Song Ji-hyo? Oh, that would be a massive controversy for the show's dynamic. But dating Ji Ye-eun? His conclusion was perfect. It just seemed like it would be a lot of fun.
He even explained those famous phone calls later on. He admitted he was actually worried that his kindness would get misinterpreted. He's got this whole theory that if you call someone when they're really sick and vulnerable, they can actually develop real feelings. And he was kind of scared of leading her on by accident.
I mean, how funny is that? It just adds this whole other layer of comedic, overthinking energy to their dynamic. He was so concerned about her potentially falling for him that he developed a whole strategy of calling, but not calling too much, just in case. It's that kind of hilarious meta humor that makes Running Man so great.
So all of this leaves us with the big question, right? Is this the start of a real on-screen variety couple? Or is it just the cast's next brilliant, long-running inside joke? Honestly, either way, it's clear Running Man has stumbled upon some pure entertainment gold here, and you can bet we'll all be watching to see where it goes next.